Next, a serial rapist. Now, we're always at pains to stress how rare these strange rapes really are. What's more, new police techniques show that even when there are several attacks, they're sometimes the work of a single offender. And that seems to be true for our next reconstruction. A catalogue of crimes, but it seems by one man, which has led to a big inquiry called Operation Fairway. Two and a half years ago in Weddington in Nuneaton, 11 o'clock on a Monday night, and a 15-year-old was heading home from a night out. Sensing someone was hiding in the bushes, she made a run for it. But the man stayed hidden by the only path into the estate until another girl came by.
I won't hurt you.
Where are we going?
Up here.
He was very nervous. He was shaking, which scared me the most, really, because I didn't really know what he was capable of doing.
Why me?
Because I like you.
He was wearing unusual white, fingerless gloves. He had a cream-handled knife and a sleep mask of the sort they give away in aeroplanes.
It's taken my innocence away, really. I feel as though I haven't got much confidence in myself anymore.
He seems to know his way around the local alleyways and footpaths in Nuneaton. But in 1997, his attack scene moved to southern Birmingham. His hair was dark and in a bob, not braided but cut like a pudding bowl down to his ears and parted in the middle. He had a watch, possibly an Accurist, and its strap was metal. It was on his right wrist, not his left. His jacket was 3/4 length and had a bright and shiny lining. No women have reported rapes by him between early 1997 and November that same year. But did you encounter him? By the time we know he reappeared, he'd grown substantially in confidence, and this time he attacked someone on her own doorstep.
Quiet. I won't hurt you.
By now he had a balaclava, and he'd come well equipped for his attack with a bag out of which he brought a torch and sticky tape.
I'd like to marry a girl like you.
He might be local, but his accent sometimes sounded Irish, maybe genuine or maybe put on to mislead. But his remorse seemed to be real.
I can't leave you here like this. I'm so sorry for what I've done. Here's your purse and keys.
One month later, 2 miles away, another attack, and possibly the same offender.
Don't make a noise. I won't hurt you.
Look, there are houses round here. It's not safe.
His target, a single mum, refused to be dragged away, and eventually she managed to persuade the balaclava man to move to a well-lit area.
I just need someone to love me.
What do you want me to call you?
You can call me Ben.
She managed to keep him talking. He was softly spoken and claimed he was born in Dublin, but once again the Irish angle might be fake. At any rate, she talked him out of raping her. Then, 2 months later, another woman, another southern suburb of Birmingham, and another escape. This time the woman's hands were bound and her eyes were covered, but she still managed to struggle free.
Oh, you put up a good fight. I'll let you go. Here's your things.
Now, back in Nuneaton.
Did you have a good night, love?
I was walking under the bridge by where I live, and then someone come behind me and then just kept on talking, and I just wanted to get home.
Oi, come back!
And I got home and he was still standing outside.
He obviously planned to attack my daughter, and if it wasn't that night, it would be another night.
3 weeks later, just down the road from that house, and a visitor detectives are hoping to eliminate. May last year in the Grazier's Arms in Weddington.
Double McAndrews, please.
Could this have been you?
I tend to remember faces fairly well, and for some reason he's stuck in my mind. The man's about 5'8", has dark brown hair, dark eyes, was dressed casually with a black bomber jacket and a t-shirt.
He may have been in the pub before, perhaps with a dark-haired girl, but tonight he was alone, except for a black bag.
First thing I heard was footsteps behind me. Running, footsteps. At first I just thought it was someone I knew messing about. But then I realised it wasn't.
Put your hands behind your back.
This time he had cord, like from a washing line. He had a blanket, and the attack went on for longer than any had before. He's becoming used to this.
These hands just kept on getting tighter and tighter around my mouth. Just thought I was going to die.
I'm sorry it had to be done. Just don't tell anyone. Say it. I won't tell anyone.
He must have been watching me, and if he's still out there, he obviously knows who I am. I'm just sick of being so scared.
Bit of fairness, your best bet now, of course, is somebody who knows him intimately and recognises something in his pattern of behaviour. Now, it's going to be his mum, his girlfriend, something like that. What are they going to recognise?
This man knows Nuneaton very, very well. He probably either lives there now or has done in the past. He also has similar connections, we think, with the south of Birmingham. He's out late in the evening, early hours of the morning, sometimes carrying a bag. It's not just on the nights of the attacks. He knows where some of these girls live. He must have been stalking them or prowling in the areas of their homes before those dates.
Now, he's taken to tying them up. That could be just to restrain them. It could be a sort of fetish that he's used in a private, personal relationship.
Yes, he's tied these girls up by tying their hands behind their backs. He's blindfolded them. It's possible that he's done the same things, perhaps with a partner or a girlfriend, at other times.
One of them got a look at him, and she saw that he had quite distinctive sideburns.
On the last attack, just 6 months ago, he had long sideburns right down to the jawline.
And he also had a logo on one of the jackets, which was very distinctive.
Yes, on one of the attacks, he was wearing a black jacket with red marks on the shoulders, and there was red embroidery, ISI, in capitals, on the left side of the jacket. And also on that jacket was like paint splashes along the front near the zip.
OK, well, if there's any way that you can help, please try the number now if you've any suspicion. This is your chance to make a difference here. 0500 600 600, that comes straight through to us. Or you can call the incident room direct on 0121 200 2552. That's the Birmingham number, 200 2552.
The investigation into the rapes was called Operation Fairway. A team of 50 detectives worked around the clock to catch the rapist. Warwickshire Police joined forces with West Midlands Police and questioned more than 1,400 men. A huge DNA screening program also took place in the areas of the rapes. It wasn't until August 2019 when Phillip Blackwell, who was arrested on suspicion of a rape in Devon, his DNA was taken and entered into the UK National Database. It was a match for the DNA taken from the rapes in Nuneaton and Birmingham between 1996 to 1998. On the 27th of July 2020, 56-year-old Phillip Blackwell, who was on the X Factor in 2008, was given a life sentence and ordered to serve a minimum of 9 years before being considered for parole.
Gold! I'm glad that you're bound to return. There's something I could have learned. You're indestructible. Always believe it.